Okay, so this got brought up earlier in the stream. We were talking about companions, side quests, conversations, and getting the most out of all of the dialogue and narration and stories in the game, especially if you're looking to have more of a completionist journey. So basically, every time you complete a mission and you come back to the lighthouse, there are opportunities to talk to the companions. In some cases, it's going to be side quests. In other cases, it's going to be just cute little moments of dialogue. In some cases, you're going to be able to give them gifts that you find. This is where you give the gifts to them, is you'll find them in this area in the lighthouse. Everybody's got their own unique room, and the rooms evolve over time. When one of your companions has something to talk to you about, the light will be glowing like it is here. So Neve's chamber, Neve clearly has something she wants to talk to me about. When they don't have anything, it'll just look like that. It'll be a normal light. But the cool thing is that like even if that isn't turned on, you may still want to go into those rooms and talk to those individuals. Because as an example, the other day when I was streaming, I went in to check on Harding because I noticed when I opened up the map, and this will be the next part of this. When I opened up the map, I noticed that Harding down here, Balara, the icon for Balara was inside the garden house with Harding. They didn't have any quests to offer, but it was a moment of dialogue between the two of them which was very cute. It added more role play to their characters. It gave me more backstory for who they are, and it showed you the evolving relationship between Balara and Harding as they become better friends. So even if you don't see any of the lights on, you're still going to want to run in there in between missions to see what dialogue options they have or what little moments in between adventures can take place. And by the way, never ever ever forget to give Asan a hug, guys, because that's what real heroes do. Real heroes hug their companions and their friends. Now, the other aspect of this is when you open up the map and you are in the lighthouse, there's a couple of different icons you're looking for. One is the exclamation, which notifies you that they have a quest. But this is the one that's really, really important. When you see the clock icon over the conversation, that is a timed quest, meaning that if you don't take that quest, it will go away, which means you will miss out on the opportunity to do a side quest for that character or to have a moment of interaction with that character, whether it be to romance them or to sway their reputation in some way, shape, or form. And if you're not aware of this, the most important part of the companion system is that if you want to get points to unlock more abilities for the given companions, you have to earn faction with them or earn a reputation with them. So I am rank 4 with Balara, and we can go through here and see the various characters. I just got to Davern recently. I just picked up Emmerich a couple of minutes ago, so I'm only rank 2 with Emmerich. Harding is rank 3 because I don't really ever use her. Lucanus is rank 4. I'm rank 5 with Neve. She's the highest because I've been actively working on pursuing her as my romantic companion. So I've been doing as many conversations as I can with her, taking her along as often as I can, and etc. So not only is it important to have lots of conversations with your companions here at the lighthouse, it's also important to take the characters that you want to earn reputation and faction with along on the missions as often as possible, because as you resolve side quests in the open world areas and as you resolve missions and things and certain encounters, you will earn more reputation with those party members simply by the very nature of them adventuring alongside of you. So I would say, I know we've seen some people asking about, what's the linear versus open world aspects of this game, and we were pointing out earlier in the stream, it can be as linear or as open world as you want. Because areas like the crossroads, which are massive and require you to actually spend time to go adventuring in. If we go to the map, actually, I have quests for the if you go to my journal, actually, I have areas where it says um, this area will unlock later on during the team's travels, and this is part of the um, the crossroads. So the crossroads are a pretty big important aspect of the game in between the linear missions. And what a lot of people fail to realize is that a lot of these areas, like Docktown, as an example, you go do a mission in Docktown, it's a linear mission. But then when you're done with the mission, you can go back to Docktown. So all of these areas on the map that you've been to before, Crossroads, Docktown, Arlathan Forest, Treviso, Ravane, we can't go back quite yet to the halls because it's unavailable at the moment. But you can go back to all these areas and explore them at your will with the companions that you want to have with you to do side quests and to unlock puzzles and things that you missed when you were doing the linear missions, or if there were things that you couldn't get to because you didn't yet have the right companions or skills to be able to unlock the puzzles in those areas. So if you ever played like God of War, Jedi Survivor, those types of games, there's here's this area, there's like 30 doors. You can go through 10 or 15 of them right away, but then there's like 5 that you got to go away and do other things and get other abilities. Then you can come back and then you can unlock those 5 doors. And then you got to go away again, do some missions, do some quests, get some more abilities, come back, and those doors are unlocked again as well. So, really important in the scope of if you're going to get the most out of this game, and especially if you're going to get the most out of your companions and all of the skills and abilities which allow you to do the synergies between not just the companions themselves, but with you. The only way to be able to get all the skill points is to rank them up, and that only happens if you're taking the time to interact with them and have a lot of fun in between the main missions, which we're about to go do right now. I'll show you an example of this because um, Neve has something that she wants to say, so let's go take a look at what Neve has to say. This is not a timed quest. Notice that she just has a talking point, so we can go in here and see what she has to say.
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep. I know.
Her scars are
Wait
healing.
to ask.
I sleep when I can
This
get
is really
it.
a really cool aspect of the game too.
This place, it's too quiet for that.
So as you progress the game, time is passing. So my playthrough, she was injured in the early stages of the game, and she had like her eye was all bloodshot, full of blood. She had like bruises all over her face and the scar across her forehead, and she's been healing as time goes on, which is another great aspect of it. But you won't know that unless you're coming in here to actively talk to her in between. And by the way, because this game requires you to take certain companions on certain missions, you really do want to make sure you take the time to talk to your companions as often as possible between the missions, because you're going to have to take everybody at some point. This is not a game where you only take the 2 people that you want to take every single time. Sometimes it's a Neve mission, sometimes it's a Davern mission, sometimes it's a Harding mission, sometimes it's an Emmerich mission. You will be taking specific characters along on certain missions, so it behooves you to go out of your way to make sure that you're having lots of conversations with your companions in between the missions, not only exploring the amazing voice acting and writing that has been put into this game and the talent of the people working on this project, but also just to immerse yourself in the world and the characters that are here. I have a romance option, maybe, we'll see. Let's see if we can get to it. It's too quiet for that. It's too quiet. Try some tea?
Have you tried tea?
You think that works?
It does if you believe. Okay, what works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
That's true.
Well, that must have been something.
There was a bit more in the middle, but yeah.
And now?
It's not what keeps me up at night. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
Ooh. Lots of options here.
My dreams have been less than good. Guess there's a lot on my mind.
Can't imagine why. Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
Oh, here's the romance option. Woohoo!
And if it's already too late?
Don't tell me you're a lost cause.
I might be.
I know the feeling.
Very cool, guys. So, progress Nev's relationship a little bit more. Oh, we got a codex for her. Gallus, I hired you to find a book. A single book. Hardly a tall order. This is the cool stuff. But you gotta talk to your companions if you want to get to the good stuff, everybody. So don't skip out on the companion conversations. Don't skip out on coming back here in between. The other thing, too, is their rooms continue to evolve as you get deeper into the game. So when we first got here, this room was a dusty mess. Now she's converted it into her detective den. So she has her desk, she has the pen, the board on the wall with notes from the things we're doing in the various cases. There's a prosthetic leg right behind me. The wisps everywhere. Really cool stuff, guys. This is the kind of stuff that the role player inside of me, the writer inside of me, this is what immerses me in games, is the relationships between characters and great conversations and the talent of the people who work on these things, because it's voice acting is a thing, doing mocap and everything else. Like, I'm a big fan, big fan. We're gonna get back to the stream now. Good morning, Justin. Um, if you're watching for the first time and you're watching this after the fact as it's been clipped out on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams on YouTube and Twitch. We start at 9 a.m. Central most days. It's launch weekend, so I've been starting much earlier. Today we started at, I think, 4:30 in the morning. Yesterday was 5. The day before that was 5. But Monday, which is tomorrow, I'll be back to my normal schedule. So 9 a.m. Mountain every single day, and I play a lot of games. We're moving into Stalker 2 after this, and then Indiana Jones: The Great Circle for this year. And we got a whole big calendar of games next year, so hopefully we'll see you for all the things we do.